Andy.
Hello?
Andy, do you remember me? It's Watto.
Oh, hi, Watto.
Hi, Watto. I was just reading.
Watto's come to join us.
Watto's come to join us.
He's gonna do some voices for us.
No. No. I was just reading out-of-date Star Wars lore.
Oh, I thought you were watching a Vinny video.
No, I was reading something about a new Star. So it's funny because Vinny did play it, but like.
KOTOR 2 is not coming out, Ryan. I'm sorry.
It's KOTOR 1, first of all, and second of all.
I know. I know neither of them are. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Okay, welcome to 9 burgers, 9 fries, 9 tacos, and today we will be playing. I don't remember what happened last time.
We did a little piano, I think.
Yes.
We were with Seven and Snake.
Yeah.
I believe.
Right.
We went down the. We started from the beginning and went down that other path. Then we play a little bit of like.
Right. That's it? Just Seven and Steak?
I think so.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. I thought we were with Seven and the other one too.
I mean.
Oh,
yeah.
we were. That's right. We were with Seven again. I forgot.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it was just that one route, and then we stopped before the other door choosing. So we might be with other people.
Oh, I see. I'll show you in a second what's going on.
What's going on?
Here's my game, and here's what happens when I click into the game.
Oh.
Which is probably a controller issue.
Yeah, unplug it and plug it back in, maybe.
It might be, my VJoy driver. Hold on. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have to...
Love it.
I think I'm gonna have to deactivate VJoy for a second. Alright, hold on. Where are you?
Hopefully it doesn't hover over delete save data.
Don't say that.
And it accidentally does something.
Don't say that. Don't even say that.
I mean, it's okay. This game's got a fast forward button.
Yeah, great. Here we go. VJoy. Disable device. Yes. VJoy I only use for the GameCube controller input. And that was it. That was it. Okay. I'm assuming this is the right save. C-Deck hallway.
I think so.
Let's say yes. Let's say a friend. Sure.
I think so.
Okay. From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m.
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
Oh. Is this the stuff? Okay, alright. I think we gotta go back. Because I think now we're... Yeah.
Yeah, we left off here.
Alright, so we need to figure out where we are.
Yeah, I think...
Yes. So we need to...
here is fine. Or you can just, like, hop a little forward.
Yeah, we need to make our way to one of these paths.
Yeah, just don't choose what we chose last time.
Which was... I don't remember.
It was, like... Well, it was one of the 2 options that everyone was, like, choose this or this, but Junpei was like, "Oh, what if we choose the secret third option?"
Oh, right. We fucked everyone over. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I remember. I remember. Okay.
Evil Junpei.
Right, yeah, evil Junpei. We did the evil Junpei. And now we have to do another one. So this is what we have left, guys. This is what we've done so far. That's the evil arc, the yellow submarine ending on the right, where we met Ringo, and he was like, "You're not allowed on here." Like, oh, damn it. And then he drowned us. Okay. Tab? No. Shift? No. What's the speed up?
Oh, it was like control twice or something.
Yep.
Hey, June.
Hello. I'm in the chat.
Night, Ringo.
All of Zero's puzzles will be tossed. Your baby. All right. Yeah, we...
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
I know, bud.
Okay.
No. Girl, I'm trying to skip.
Let's go, Jumpy.
Jumpy. Now I can't speed up. I'm gonna leave her alone. Something told Junpei that Clover probably wasn't in much of a mood to talk. He leaned over and whispered quietly to June.
Oh, the if you can't skip it, then it's new dialogue.
Oh.
It's new text.
Okay, I see.
Maybe we should leave her alone.
Yes, I think you're right.
I think that was the thing.
They turned and walked quietly down the stairs. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
Did his best to push away the misery and depression and force a smile.
Where do you think we should go?
Okay.
Hey, why don't we can take a look at...
Okay, let's.
If
Let's go.
If you're wondering why I'm skipping everyone, we've seen this.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
Yo. Keegan?
Why don't we just leave this area to Ace? We can go somewhere else.
We picked all the options to talk to the people last time, and now we're picking all the
I
options
don't
to
mind.
not.
But where?
Well, let's see.
Where haven't we?
Back to the hospital room, I guess.
I mean, we can,
Why
yeah.
don't we go back
It's
to
a
the
good
big
point.
hospital room?
Okay, let's go then.
Maybe that just skips all of them.
Probably.
Wait, that's
Hey, that's...
Santa?
Santa? Walk away without saying anything.
I doubt we'll learn anything from him anyway.
Jumpy?
No, nothing. Let's go, June.
Wow. Junpei took June and left the large hospital room. Where would they go next?
Let's go have a look at the hall with all the...
I'll go wherever you do. Let's go.
Let's go, Jumpy.
Let's go, Junpei.
Nobody's... Let's look somewhere else.
But where?
Guess I'd pick that one.
Let's go check out the first...
Okay, I'm.
Okay.
No one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck, but where?
What? Check. What?
I
What?
think maybe it was.
Why don't we can take a look at that?
Okay, let's.
What am I missing?
I don't think you're missing
Nobody's
anything. I think
here.
maybe you need to talk to Santa. This is just like you're checking
Oh,
everywhere.
Maybe. Hold on, I'll check the casino. Oh!
You already, yeah, you already
Right.
to load
Refuse
last
and leave.
No, that's all right.
No.
Let's go, June.
Junpei tugged June's arm and led her quickly back towards the stairs. That's funny.
Was that okay? You don't think we should have listened to her?
No.
No, I've got a pretty good idea what her proposal would have been. We should be looking
Marriage.
for Snake.
Huh.
Well, where
Marriage.
should we go next?
Knowledge.
Hey,
Alright.
why don't we go...
Yeah,
Sure.
you're right. I probably do have to talk to Santa.
I don't think anyone is here.
Oh. Or not.
Why don't we go check out the first...
All right.
Where the fuck you go? What?
No one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck, but where?
What's happening?
Back to the large hospital room.
All right.
Oh my goodness, we're going in circles.
I think I broke the game.
I don't think any.
Ah.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Let's go to the casino. We already fucking checked
try
there. Oh
I
my god.
think I broke the game.
Let's go take.
Well, now Lotus isn't there. I don't know.
Help. Help.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay.
Help.
What?
I'll finish searching was an option.
Oh my god.
Hold on. There we go. I was like, what?
Leave.
Okay. Leaving behind 3 people, she was right. It wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any way that the numbers worked. Well, there is. There is a way that the numbers worked out, but we tried that already. If one group was 4, the other group would always have a digital route that didn't match a door. When 7 spoke, his voice was strained.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do.
No matter what we do, I think Ace is going to be like, I'm staying here. I injected myself with super morphine.
I think so.
Nighty-night.
Nighty-night.
Super morphine.
Super
Oh,
morphine.
I'm so CP, June. I drank all the shampoo in the ship. Leave me here.
Alright, here we go. So do you want the middle option or the other
Fuck it.
one that was going out to the left, I think?
Fuck it. 8.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with door 8.
Okay, 8 it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I
8
said.
it is. Yeah, bitch.
All right, Ben. That means June's got to go through 7.
What?
Bye, June.
Why?
Bye,
What?
Jen.
What? Did you guys not? Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain. Are you guys stupid? We went through all of this. They're like, what? Huh?
If the 6 of us are going to keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it.
They were really stupid for just letting Junpei be like, hey, there was a 3rd way. Can you scan your thing? It's like, yeah, sure. Oh, you fucked it.
Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6.
We heard
4,
this?
5, and 7.
We may have heard this.
Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7.
I mean, pretty
There are
much.
no other combinations.
Goodness.
In other words, 3 and 4,
You fucked
7
it.
and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
He's really good at math. As Santa finished, he's probably 0. As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up in the corner of her eyes. The only one person I know that's good at math. 0.
Uh-huh.
No. You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
God, girl, you didn't see each other for since elementary school.
And now she's got separation
Girl,
anxiety.
For
All of a
since
sudden.
elementary school.
For since when they were kids.
Yeah, exactly. From since when they were kids. Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. To college. To but he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated. He looked at June. He was scared to lose her, but dude, girl. Come on. He swallowed, steeled his resolve, and did his best to smile.
Hey, come on. You're
I
making
mean,
it
she
sound
does
like
have
we're
like a
never
sad
gonna
little
see each other
face.
again.
It is
She's
sad.
got a little puppy dog face.
She's got like a sad little freak face.
Gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up.
Again, chat. They haven't seen each other in over like 15 years.
I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
And now they've spent 5 hours together, and they're like, but I can't be without my Jumpy. I can't be without my Jumpy, and I can't be without my Akane.
Probably.
She didn't sound very hopeful. It was 7 that interjected.
I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now.
It's too bad 7 didn't mention that before we fucked, like, everybody over in that evil ending.
I'm damn sure
Yeah.
that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
Yeah, 7's seen the map. He saw the flowchart. June said nothing. The tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei.
Yep.
He met them, and with what reassurance he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder. Hey.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Hey.
We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes.
Stupid too.
Promise?
This Junpei's way better than that Junpei.
True.
Her voice was
This is
barely
true.
above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment. Ho, ho, ho! No, the other Santa.
No.
You guys are done, right?
He stretched and continued.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problems with that, Clover?
Clover looked away and was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
Whatever. It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
At Santa's command, the group split and head for their respective doors. Santa, 7, and June walked through the door 7. Through the door 7. While Clover, Lotus, and Junpei head for door 8. Great, I'm with 2 of the worst characters. For a long moment, they stood in front of that door. Damn. Then, Lotus laid her hand against her chest and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then shall we go?
Shall we?
Shall I?
It's open.
When the door splits, it's a 3. If we add all of our numbers together, the digital root's a 3. Take that, 0. We solved your puzzle. A narrow hallway stretched out before
What?
When the door splits, it cuts the 8 in half and makes it 3.
Yeah, but their digital roots add up to 8. That's the whole point.
Hurry!
But if we add all of them together, it's a 3.
I honestly don't know, but
I don't know either. Lotus and Clover left through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets have been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his left, toward door 7. Oh my god. June stood there, mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked towards him. Their eyes met.
Jumpy.
They nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
What the hell are you doing?
exactly 1.5 seconds.
Then someone took a hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door.
Come on, you pussy. Your girlfriend will be fine.
Jumpy. He heard the sound of numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry!
It would have been 82.5 if you hadn't been staring at your girlfriend. Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead. Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could. Wow.
That was easy.
Really close. Only 79 seconds left. With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm, aloof perhaps.
Pointless.
Damn, girl.
Pointless. Wait, which door did we go through the first time?
It was the other one.
7?
No, not that one. It was the other one. I forget what number it was.
Oh,
But
okay. All right,
it was neither of those two.
Okay, got it. I wasn't sure if there was a third door. She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus.
Yeah, there was a third one, but they
Okay.
didn't think there was an option because
None of them
of
added
leaving
up.
certain people behind. They didn't think that was an option.
Okay, yeah, fair. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
What an unpleasant girl. I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
The third one is literally a 3. Oh.
Oh.
Wow, I'm just saying not popular with the boys. Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake. Too late now. I better catch up to them.
After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed.
Oh, it's a dead end.
The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead
There's a
end.
door on the left, though.
For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. This is my lab. And this is my laboratory.
Thank you.
Above the door was a plate with the word laboratory engraved on it.
Laboratory? Huh.
Oh, that doesn't sound very
laboratory.
pleasant.
Ah,
I don't like the look of
Didi.
this place.
Didi.
What are you doing in my laboratory,
Me
Didi?
neither. But there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
Junpei,
Yep.
Huh?
please. You first.
Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
Ugh, fine.
Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. Nope. Skipped it by accident. As I mentioned
A few
last
frames.
as I mentioned last time, sometimes I accidentally click the right button because my hand is dumb. His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the room, it became clear there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. The room they found themselves in was divided into 2 separate areas by a curved wall. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn on my cursor for the stream so people know where I'm pointing.
Not for me though.
Yeah, you can see it.
Can
Oh.
I?
Oh, can you not?
No.
Okay. That's not it's not an option.
It's okay.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Maybe it's for monitoring something.
Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
What the hell?
Wasn't sure what else to say. Oh. In the center of the room, shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table.
It looks so creepy.
Junpei jumped a little. Junpei jumpy. He hadn't
Jumpy
noticed Lotus come up next to him.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be experimented on.
Ooh,
It's creepy either way. You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
She was gripping her arms, the knuckles on her hands white.
Wait, where's Clover?
Clover is that mannequin.
Oh shit.
She was standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad.
What is she?
There was something almost pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and as kindly as he could,
Are
spoke.
you okay?
Clover looked
What are
away.
you talking about?
What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Clover bit her lip and was
Junpei,
silent.
you just don't
Whoa!
get it.
Oh, wait. Do I have auto on? I don't. Why did she do that? She scared me. I didn't
She
even
literally interrupted you.
I didn't even click. It was scary. It was silent for a moment, and then suddenly, her cry took Junpei by surprise, and he stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed.
My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind. Something happened to him. Something
He did.
something bad.
Well, maybe. I'm still not convinced that body is his.
Yeah.
Okay.
Junpei had nothing to say. I mean, it was irrecognizable. It just had his clothes on.
Yeah, well, he's fucking what? He's just running around naked?
No, swapped clothes.
With who?
Zero.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say Zero, like, knocked him out and swapped his clothes, but, like,
So
it's
are you saying Zero's dead?
It's
in
funny.
Snake's clothes?
No. It was funnier just to say Zero.
What happened?
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus. Oh, then back to Junpei.
Look, just don't bother me, okay?
I had a burger.
Leave me alone.
Indigestion. Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had begun to walk quickly away.
Hey, wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
I told you to leave me alone.
You might as well have been talking to a wall. It's the wall! For all the notice she took of his cross. It's the wall! Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway.
It's the wall, brother!
It's the wall, brother! Oh my god, who's that up there? She made it for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the doorway. Uh-oh. This looks like an FMV cutscene if I've ever seen
Clover,
one.
watch out above you.
Oh no! It crushed her! Without warning, an iron gate fell for the ceiling like a portcullis. Oh no, not the portcullis. Sealing Clover in.
What the heck? What's going on here?
Well,
Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
Hang on. I'll get it open.
Oh, for crying out. You'll never do it on your own.
Was it the portcullis? That was... I think I'm thinking of like a Game Grumps bit. Didn't they do like the saw trap bit? It's like, if you cut off part of your ass and stick it in the bucket, it'll lift up the portcullis and...
I don't know.
I think that's... It's like Saw was like...
It sounds like it would be. Yeah.
Saw was like their friend and he's
And
like
Bim
invited
Bam.
them over. It was with Bim Bam! You're right! It was Snow, thank you. It was with Bim Bam. If you cut a part of your own ass and stick it in the bucket, that will lift up the portcullis.
Okay, that sounds also correct.
Yeah, Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. I thought it was Game Grumps because it was animated, I remember. In a moment, Lotus joins him. It was like Jigsaw was their neighbor and he's like, you can come over for barbecue. We'll only cut off a little bit of your ass. Fuck that other guy. They have to pull as hard as they could, but...
Oh my god.
I love when...
Bitches.
I love when it's Uchikoshi's like, just have them grunt. All of them.
Damn it! It's not moving.
I just think Uchikoshi's responsible for every decision.
Wait! Are you gonna give up just like that?
Oh yeah, we're playing this. We didn't even talk about the recent news. We didn't even talk about the fucking Australian billionaire Clive Palmer announces he is going through with plans to rebuild an exact replica of the Titanic, aiming to set sail in 2027.
Yeah.
With the quote retweet, there's a whole DS game about why you shouldn't do this, especially in that year.
Especially in that year.
And we're playing the remake of that DS game right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clive Palmer is 0, is what we've learned
Yeah.
here.
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
God,
It
he
is,
already
then.
spoiled the
Gotta be a way
game
to
for
open
you.
I know, really. Zero's Australian.
Just what I was thinking.
Zero's
Now all we gotta do
Australian.
is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Yeah, that voice modulator really muffles the accent.
I'm gonna find a didgeridoo, mate. What was that? Nothing. Alright.
Laboratory.
Ah, Diddy.
Didi.
I don't think you were Clover.
Junpei. I don't remember who was Clover.
I think
if
it was
anybody.
you. I think it was you.
Okay. Do something, please. Quick, figure out I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh, she's in there.
She's in there.
Oh, we're out here. Okay, all right. I thought she turned around and walked back out, like into the hallway.
No.
Okay.
She's in there. I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. There's a pen lying over here. I think someone probably used it to make the table black.
Well, if they only used a pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it?
Yeah, sure. Oh, this is permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker?
Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh?
Here we go.
Give me just a minute, Clover. I'll be right back. Well, acetone. We gotta get some acetone. Part of the table's been covered in black with a permanent marker. If I can find something that'll get rid of that ink, I can hand it over to Clover through the bars. I actually don't know if acetone gets rid of the permanent marker. I'm only assuming.
It's a wreck.
Acetone's pretty strong. It can do a lot of things.
Yeah, true. There are a bunch of cables on it. Somebody cut the outer stuff off the cables. I can see the wires inside.
Oh, the insulation. Take them. Okay, never mind.
I think this thing is a monitor for whatever experiment they were running here. There's a bunch of stuff on here like resistance value and voltage. The power's off, so there's nothing on it right now. I wonder what this is. This thing here looks like a voltmeter. And is this the control for that? Gosh, there's so many dials.
Why don't you try turning one of them?
Nope, nothing. There's no power here, guys. I turned the dial a whole bunch, but even if I turn all the switches on, nothing happens. I wonder what they washed here.
It's a bubbler.
There are these weird colored stains all over the sink.
Yeah, it's a bubbler. It's disgusting and awful. Like a bubbler.
Like a bubbler. Is this like an examination table?
Did you call them bubblers in Pennsylvania?
I don't think so.
Water fountain?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm like in my mind, I'm like, what's a bubbler?
Yeah, I figured. Drinking fountain. We call them bubblers.
Bubblers. Yeah, it's just water fountains.
Yeah, right.
It's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. No, really.
Bubbler. I don't think we didn't use that accent. We literally just called them bubblers. I don't know why.
Bubblers.
I did hear it
make
was like it was a regional thing. That's what I've heard, but like
But why bubblers?
because they used to like bloop, 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 bloop.
Okay, sure.
Because they never like sprayed up really like far. They kind of just went bloop, bloop,
No.
bloop.
Yeah.
This looks like the control for an electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If we can get that light to turn green, maybe we can get Clover back.
Rarely do those fucking things like have a reasonable like arch.
No. They never had any sort of pressure. I I think you were Lotus.
Probably. This looks like the control for some kind of electric lock. The red light is on.
And it's gotta be locked.
There's a green light just below it. Although that one isn't lit.
I bet it'll turn on if we can unlock it, right?
Yes, but how are we going to unlock it? There's no keyhole, no card reader, and no keyboard for putting in a password.
I have no idea.
Cool.
Very cool.
Looks like this door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the laboratory.
Nope. This door isn't going anywhere. No dice. It won't open. I mean, that's about as much as I expected.
I don't think Zero would let us out of the room quite that easily.
Okay.
It's a lot of stuff here.
I don't know how we could use any of these.
Well, I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things.
Which one?
The one on top. I think it's the power cable.
Power cable, huh? I'll take that. I'll be taking that one.
Three-pronged cower cower cable. Yep.
It's for plugging in my computer.
Mm.
This is a keyhole.
This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. Okay. This is a really old type of keyboard.
How? What do you mean old? What is it? Missing letters?
It's just old.
It's from before X was invented. I think this thing's supposed to power that machine in the other room.
Well, it doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on.
Maybe this power cable.
Maybe.
The monitor doesn't have a power cable. So one end of this cable needs to be connected to a monitor. And the other ends need to plug in under the desk. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Oh, shoot, I can't use this.
What's wrong?
The cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. Oh.
Well,
It's not gonna fit is what I'm saying.
time to get a nail.
Uh-huh.
In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable with 1 to 2 prongs.
That's right. Now we gotta get converter. The keyboard.
The keyboard.
The mouse.
True.
The mouse. The keyboard. Okay. Good to know.
These lockets are a little larger than the ones on top.
Let's see if there's anything useful in here. No, nothing.
Cool.
It's 8's palette!
Oh!
Ethanol!
Ethanol.
I said acetone. Okay,
Close enough.
sure. A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right all have little red. Oh no, 9! Red lights, huh? Well, can't hurt to give these bitches a try. Just as I thought. Lock tight, all 9 of them.
I wonder if there's anything important in there.
Probably.
Maybe it's possible.
Hey! Clover, use this ethanol. Should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it.
What am I gonna wipe it with?
Your hoodie, I don't know. Yeah. Well, your clothes, of course. Kidding! Just kidding. Please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. Okay, so I gotta get her something to wipe with? Come on, really?
Her clothes are cute. Don't ruin them.
Her jacket's black! Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Oh, okay.
Use... Huh?
Soak it in ethanol, then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker, okay?
Right. Okay, so I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol.
She's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. She's ready. Should ask you to get to work on that stuff on the table.
So the cloth and
You
ethanol.
weren't supposed to
and-
drink it, Clover.
Junpei. It's working. It's wiping the permanent ink off. Huh? There's some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink.
It's to deal with that drawing Clover found. Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. Why do I have to handhold her?
I wonder what this is. There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid.
Oh, numbers. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen in the notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and hand them to me through the bars?
Okay. Roger.
No, Junpei.
Funny.
Oh,
I guess this drain is for water, huh? Well, there's nothing here.
let's hoping there
Cool.
was a key down there or something.
Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the disc on here.
Paper with numbers on it acquired. He said that out loud.
Numbers acquired.
Okay. The note Clover copied from the stand in the laboratory. It has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells. Sudoku!
Sudoku. Sorta. It's only one. But
Yeah. Huh. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess that's all there is. No, I wanna. No, let me touch all of them in the order. Let me touch them all in the order. I'm doing it.
Touch him.
Damn it.
Just touch him.
That's probably a keypad, right? Yes, that would make sense, but I don't have any keypads is the problem. There are no keypads in here.
Yeah.
There probably is on the computer, but we cannot plug in the computer because we have a 3-pong cable. We need 2-pong.
We need 2-pong. We need a thingy.
We literally need to convert it to have no ground. Which doesn't sound very safe, to be honest. 0.
You think Zero has a thing for safety in here?
God damn it. He should be worried about our lives.
Yeah. Feeling very unsafe in here, Zero.
Can I pass this to Clover and have her do something?
Hope those numbers are gonna be helpful.
Cut off the ground, can you? There's 3 prongs in the...
Something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something.
There's
Yes.
3 prongs on the chest. That don't make sense. He's the power.
Uh-huh.
Bah. What the hell were they doing in here? Oh, that was you. Why is she all quiet now?
They were doing experiments on humans. Probably.
Oh man, now she looks sad. Huh?
Uh-huh.
It's a rack. A big rack. With big baboobas in it.
Oh, yeah?
Big bazongos. I don't know what I'm talking about. Where is this?
I don't know, you know? There are a bunch of cords hanging from the bottom of it. Geez, this is a lot of cords. Looks like they all go over here into the mannequin's head.
So the device and the mannequin are connected. What the hell were they doing in there? Man, back when this laboratory was active, there wasn't a mannequin in here, I bet. There was a real live human on that table. I wonder what... No, I don't want to think about that. Merm said
That's all we got.
just bite off the thing. Yeah, why can't we?
Oh, yeah. Chomp. Eat as a snack.
Damn it!
Um,
I'm stuck. I don't want to know.
keep clicking, boyo.
I'm too stupid. There are boxes. There's some papers and stuff in them.
Oh, what's in the boxes? They look quite full.
As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiments, but it's all really technical stuff. I don't really get it. Nothing in there.
Cool.
Those are locked. Nothing in there. There's the computer. 2-prong plug. I wonder if there's one around here somewhere. Keyboard.
Keyboard, a mouse.
Mouse. Can't click anything in here.
2 levers here. Do you think they activate something?
Why don't you move one?
Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope. Doesn't look like anything's happened.
The only thing about the room that's changed is that the lever is down now. Not very impressive.
Hands on the clock have stopped moving.
Clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. No time for that, Goku. We need to figure out a way out of here.
Time waits for no one, baby.
I wonder what this cable's connected to.
Okay, one side of this thing is in the room with us. The other side extends into the laboratory where Clover is.
In other words, the console in front of us is connected to the device in the laboratory. Okay. Various people and equipment.
You know, I say laboratory out loud, but when I'm reading it, I like need to say it like
Laboratory? Yeah, I've noticed.
Because that's how it's like spelled. I don't know.
Oh,
Like what?
great.
Like what? Did you check like oh.
Hey, Clover. There's a door over here.
Wait. I'll be right there.
I can hear her over there. Is this door gonna... Damn it. I can't open it. Clover, what about your side?
It won't work. I can't even move the knob.
Okay.
Okay. Beep, 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 beep.
Stairs.
Oh, those are the stairs I just came down. The bars in the gate are just above me.
Great.
Ah, good.
You find a prawn converter?
Did you check this stuff like back in that room? Oh.
Oh, hold on. How are the power cables over there?
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh. Does the
I
plug
was
have three
fucking wondering about those. Why didn't
three prongs or
Bring those
two?
God damn it.
I clicked
don't
on
really-
literally everything else. I forgot to click on this again.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me go look.
Because she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. Why? She's like 2 feet tall.
The cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of those little metal things. What does that mean?
That's it. Okay, can you unplug that cable and bring it over here?
Okay, but...
What?
Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you.
Damn it. That's no good then.
Well, how about just the plug?
What?
The plug? Well, maybe more like a connector? It's the sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies.
Bring that to me now.
Still useless?
Not useless. Not useless at all. It's just what we were looking for.
Okay. Can you hold on for a little bit?
Back down she goes.
Alright. Unplugged. I'll hand it to you over the bars, okay?
Okay.
Here you go. The 2-prong plug.
Thanks.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, Clover. St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I forgot.
Oh, hey, happy St. Patty's.
Yeah. It's my Irish grandmother's least favorite holiday.
I wonder why.
'Cause she hated that everyone pretended to be Irish just to get drunk.
Yep.
Okay. Put the 2-prong plug onto the head of this power cable.
All right.
Okay.
Now it's 2.
All right. I've got the 2-prong power cable in my hand. Pretty sure this will work. Under the desk I go. Let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Imagine if there was like a mini game where I had to plug it into the socket. All right. That ought to do it. Ah, she's on the computer!
Let's do this.
Holy shit!
Lotus, how'd you get in there?
Boop, 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 boop.
Let's turn the power on.
I don't think anything's going to happen.
She's 0.
She's
What?
0!
Why not?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer.
You never know until you try.
Pretty optimistic. Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor.
Oh, that worked.
With a soft hum, it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen. What? Huh?
What? Huh?
He hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
Huh? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor.
Well, and the mouse, Junpei.
The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in.
Well, they put computers in monitors, dumbass. They can do that.
So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
Yeah.
Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
A wireless display?
Oh my god.
Yes,
He's so
it connects
smart.
to your computer wirelessly, hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
He most certainly had not, but...
Is that normal?
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Has he never used a computer? Or...
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again, there must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
I'm going to breast boobily.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself onto it in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. Then she kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back left then right.
All right.
Whoa!
Let's get some ass.
She is
She
breasting boobily!
She is.
Where are her nipples?
They're in there.
How?
They're just barely.
Why are
covered.
they tilted to the sides? She like a hacker? What is this?
This is a reminder.
Oh.
Tell dogs to eat their noodles.
Oh yeah.
Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Whoa!
Whoa!
He's looking at the boobles! She's hacking breastily!
Oh my god.
Before
She's
jumping
hacking
at
briskly.
she was typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire.
Wait, what?
Junpei was, for once, at a loss for words.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Of course I
For
didn't.
once.
You're typing so fast. I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Lotus blinked. You know, because my kids got kidnapped or whatever.
Huh? Oh. It was just something.
She stopped typing for a moment, and her face fell.
I see.
This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized, and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus' fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is...
Junpei.
Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version?
Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Ryan is very familiar with brute forcing. That's true. Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display. It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
How do I put it?
Uh-oh. Here comes an Uchikoshi tangent.
Well, let's say you write a program that calculates...
Yep, the music kicked in.
All right?
Yep.
Whenever someone's like, it's weird, isn't it? It's like, oh, fuck.
So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No. Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. Then once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
Not the reaction I would have, Junpei. I'd be like, can we stop talking for a little bit?
The truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that.
These hypothetical hypothetical cave people with the computer.
Because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
They have no idea what a computer is. They don't know what metal is. What is she yapping about? Yeah. Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe. What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same? Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body.
Oh, God.
We just don't know it.
Yeah.
We never even think about it.
The morphogenetic field. It all comes back around.
Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly. He was a little surprised to be hearing something like it from someone like her.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else. That's just crazy talk.
Did Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultist religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus
If
continued.
memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, Maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Don't you owe me?
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
I mean, technically,
Wait a
yeah. Because the brain's an organ, and if an organ gets sick, it doesn't really work right. So,
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't mean we're connected to a big computer.
are you sure?
Yes! Like 100%!
What?
Oh my god. The Funyarimpa.
She's describing all this to a fucking caveman.
He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blindsight was easy enough to guess. But he'd never heard of the word prosopagnosia before.
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Oh, I got that.
Yeah,
I was
Ryan.
correct. Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head. She's still hacking.
No. What is it?
Funyarimpa in chat.
Funyarimpa in chat.
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours, so they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other.
It's
That
just the
means that
technical
people
term
with
for face
prosopagnosia
blindness.
have trouble
Yeah,
recognizing
okay, I'll
even
keep
people
bumping
they're
my mic.
close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes,
Hi, Rolf.
their hair.
Does that mean other
Hi,
people's
I don't know
faces
how to
look
explain
like
what's happening.
blanks?
No. No, I
Ujikoshi
don't think
stuff.
so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a
Lotus
zoo,
is
right?
hacking.
Breastily.
Breastily.
You've seen Monkey. I've seen Monkey.
Monkey.
To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same. Even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify.
I hear.
them
Oh yeah,
eventually.
she's still tapping.
But you or I couldn't, unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart.
I just had a sudden thought of like it just
What?
pans over and Clover's just standing there like, what the
I
fuck?
kn-
Can
I
you
know.
help me?
Well, that's
She's just
how
fucking
people
sitting
decide.
there like, what is she talking about?
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing
Because they're,
existed.
they're jail cell bars. Like she hears all of this.
You're like, what if the room is suddenly filling with gas or something and she's
Gas.
just dead in there?
She's a fucking Family Guy death pose Clover.
Mm-hmm.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other
Hypothetically.
half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
Didn't laugh. Lotus' smile had something rather masochistic to
It's
it.
nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously.
I don't really
you
like
you
her.
made that all up by yourself, Lotus.
I don't really like her, but she reminds me a lot of myself, so maybe that's why.
It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time.
Yeah, this is seeming very Ryan.
But looks like I don't need
Does
to.
it, you talk about the morphogenetic field at work.
I just make up shit at work. I just go up to my employees and like talk about Taylor Swift or some shit, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they're like, what? How is that? What? And I'm like, yeah, I've never heard of that person. Sorry.
I don't have
You
to kill
never
time
lie, though.
any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the enter key. Oh, fuck
You-
yeah, dude.
Aiming to give
then you
Junpei a
finished
high
that
five.
brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Brute whatever.
Whatever thing. Junpei.
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. Screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back. Banana arms.
Why would banana
Old banana arms. That's what they called me in high school. If it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with... Thank God.
Squeeze!
9 squares arranged in a 3x3 square.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do. Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, alright?
Aren't you the puzzle guy?
I did my part.
Well...
I don't know squares, Junpei.
He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. Wow.
Yeah!
Alright. I solved it! Oh my God, she's 0!
Did you hear it? No, he's just...
The gamer, he remembered the 4 things.
Wow.
I did, it sounded like something unlocking.
Where did that come from?
Motherboard! Oh.
Look, Junpei. The lights on the lockers are green.
And we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. There's more than one key in here.
This one is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it.
Oh boy, we're gonna need that for later. I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole on a door on the A deck.
Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now.
Alright then, Earth key. I'll just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now, as for the other key... It was just at this moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover. What the fuck have you guys been doing?
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to
Do you
Clover.
have a minute? Are you done talking over there?
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, God.
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right? Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course she would have been worried about him.
Well, let me think.
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something that would help her. However...
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, was he born...
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is... it's not like a normal person's arm.
Brother! It's been
No.
too long! Oh god, it's Liquid's arm!
It's fake. It's not a real arm.
Because his name is Snake.
Oh! Oh. That wasn't even... No.
You didn't even...
No, I didn't. No. Rolf thought of Ankh. I thought of Liquid.
The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
This key. The shape sure makes it seem like it goes in this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Whoa!
Green.
Scary. The monitor is on now. It's full of letters. Yes, computers usually are.
It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay.
Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. It says power restored to experimental device.
What could that be?
The only thing about the room that's changed is that the lever is down now. Alright. Stand for various pieces of equipment. Okay.
Junpei, thank you so much for everything.
Whoa, what's this all about?
And also, I'm sorry I messed up.
Can we talk about this when we get you out, okay? Just hang on, Clover. I'm gonna get you out of there right away.
Yay.
Okay, yay!
Okay, yay.
I think this is the first time I've actually seen a genuine smile out of this chick.
This chick. Come on, man.
Anakin looks so sad. I gotta admit, I'm starting to feel kind of sorry for it.
Junpei, this thing in here is on now.
Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little?
Okay.
Yay.
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 I'll turn on this.
dial.
Sorry.
Fuck these.
Turn. She's saying that?
Turn. Yay. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened.
Maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. This is the monitor. There's a whole lot of cables under this table. Oh, I can't take the converter back. I figured maybe she'd need it. Am I getting attached to this thing? Maybe I should give it a name. How about the Science Boy? Science Boy is lying on the table. His poor head is full of electrodes. Okay, that's great. That's great, Junpei.
Science boy, yeah?
It's a rack. No, that's not a rack. I don't think this takes place in a rack.
Maybe if you increase the voltage.
Boop, boop, doop, funny joke.
Uh-huh. Roger. Will do. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage.
Max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover? Aw, shit.
What? I think, you're killing him!
Science Boy!
Science boy! Oh my god! The mannequin's head.
Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. What the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. The emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. Uh-oh.
Yay!
Oh.
Hey, Junpei!
Hold on, I got a text from my mom.
Hold on.
Hold on, Clover, you'll be fine.
Junpei just turns away. Oh wait, I got a text from my mom. Mom? Yeah, I'm in this sort of it's a ship. There's a lot to explain. How are you though?
Yeah, right.
They get no service down here. Do something. This is your fault.
My fault? Is it? The monitor looks like it was almost melted by the heat from the fire. Science Boy's head is on fire. Science Boy! No! Oh, the humanity!
What the hell is Science Boy? Are you talking about the mannequin?
Yes.
Forget about the mannequin. You need to help Clover now. Forget about Science Boy. Junpei, it's so hot in here. Help me.
Pour the water on Science Boy. It's the only
Junpei! It's so hot in here.
I don't know how to get you out. Oh.
The green light.
It's
Junpei.
unlocked.
Look at the light.
Yes, it's green. The emergency system is activated and disabled the lock. Now I can save Clover. Oh, okay. Hi.
Junpei!
Come on, kid, jump. She's safe. What? Man, that smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Oh, sorry. Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk.
Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. You cared more about that stupid mannequin than me.
Science Boy. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could.
You two can do this later. Right now we need to get the hell out of here.
Ugh. This chills go down my spine.
The fire's not going to stay in that room forever.
Let's go. Guys!
You found it!
You found it! You found it!
Yes!
Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, yeah.
No, hold on. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest, and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clean air. With each one, he could feel his body beginning to calm down.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few new doors, but all of them were locked.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
The final door sat in the corner of the hallway.
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
Junpei grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt. The voice belonged to...
Jumpy!
Huh?
He spun around. There, at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running towards him.
June?
People.
3 of them.
Santa! 7!
They stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions,
He
gasping
sounded
for
more
air.
excited to see the other two.
June? Santa! Seven!
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
What? But we didn't.
Before I could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she'd found.
Hey, on the wall.
A map of the ship's interior?
Oh.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7 and door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a
it's
little while,
flashback.
but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the Nonary game works.
That's the Nonary game.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. This leads to...
As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei had only a moment ago been ready to open.
Almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall and put it in his pocket and followed the others. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Hi, Juno. They nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map had said they would be.
We're back.
Womp womp.
In the hospital room.
Yay.
I see.
Oh.
I believe I understand what you're saying.
Hey, Ace.
The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory.
What was the point of... What was the point of him taking that drug again?
He forced himself to stay behind because someone had to for them to move forward.
Right, so why did he take the drug?
So that he could pass out, so that nobody could argue about him, like...
Oh, whatever.
And then met one another.
He wasn't
in
gonna
the hallway
drag his
after
body
opening your
around.
respective
Yeah,
lockers.
that's true. He looked like anyone might after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism.
Autism. Autism.
I know I said I would
Autism.
come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I say that's good enough.
7 smiled.
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here.
But we found the Earth key. 7 tossed something small and metallic towards Junpei.
Nice catch.
Jeez.
He caught it and found that the object was a key.
I see. So this is Jupiter.
Boys go there to get more stupider.
Ah.
On it, someone had engraved a symbol very similar to a 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, on it.
Well, I've got something for you too then. Here,
Oh.
it's the Saturn key card. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah, on it.
Yeah.
With that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
So how many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory, the Jupiter key you just gave me, and the Saturn key card from Lotus. I'll keep them safe.
Junpei took the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
Yes? They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except at Clover, and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then.
Oh boy.
I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again.
I don't think she should go through that door.
So, Seven, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At least he gave up.
Damn.
At last, he gave up.
Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be.
Keep forgetting he's not bald.
So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
Why does Ace look blurrier than all of them? Ace just looks blurrier than 7 for some reason.
I
don't know. He just looks, I don't know. He just looks blurry. Blurry man.
They do him a little smaller, so they had to upscale him to make it big.
And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay by blah blah.
Yep.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head.
So I guess
I'd be
they
in
would have
trouble.
gone through that door either way.
The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Thank you.
That one's a Game Grumps.
Yeah.
Okay, we're off.
I guess this is the part of the flowchart that goes to the other route.
Possibly.
Maybe. 6, 7, 8. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
The door closed noisily.
Yeah.
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Oh boy.
Let me explain why walking
Well,
is
I
better
get
than
it.
sitting.
We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
He's not on that other side of the door, don't worry.
No.
I know everything.
No. They were at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. Okay. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
Of course there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Wow.
Huh? This.
Junpei pulled two things out of his pockets.
The Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Santa cocked his head to one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, June took pity on him.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C
You
deck,
stupid
where we are
bitch.
now. There's a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol.
I didn't remember this either, so...
And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think.
you think?
So the two
What
keys
if
that
it is
Jumpy
it?
has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into two teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Of course.
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be brief.
We have no idea what's on the other side of these. So don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided, the two teams split up. Splitted up?
Splitted.
I don't think that's correct. Junpei and June headed
They
for the
spliced up.
elevators. They
There's
spliced
a
up.
card reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
Splut. They split up.
Split.
The light on the
splat.
upper left corner is blinked to life.
It looks like it's working now.
All right, now how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button on the right of the elevator door.
Oh,
Oh,
it has
elevator.
the upside down triangle on it.
Upside down triangle.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
Wow. June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet! It opened! Let's get going.
He grinned at June and stepped towards the open door. As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait.
What?
I'm not really, I just,
Is she afraid of
gosh.
elevators? Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was probably afraid of... being locked up alone with a boy.
With a boy.
After a little thought, Junpei decided that she had to be nervous about being locked up in such a small place with alone with a
Well,
boy.
We will be all alone in here.
In a way, it was kind of cute. Very demure, you could say, he thought. Still, even though it wasn't exactly roomy in the elevator, they weren't going to be pressed up against one another.
Didn't stop being a boy, bitch.
At least they didn't have to be. Still, it was making her nervous. Junpei couldn't help but think how innocent she was.
Jumpy?
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's not important. Come on, let's go.
Again, he stepped toward the elevator. And again, he felt himself restrained.
I said wait a minute.
Why?
Aren't you afraid, Jumpy?
Afraid of what?
Well, I've never, you know.
It's your first time?
She never been in an elevator with a man alone before. Even so, she seemed awfully alarmed.
I might get wet.
Bye. Bye.
I forgot about this.
I'm leaving. Get wet. Get wet.
I forgot about this.
That's one of Chunt's catchphrases on Magic Tavern. He goes, get wet.
Oh,
Oh,
of course
what?
it is.
Down there.
Oh,
I'd get soaking wet.
Uchikoshi, is this a translation thing, or did Uchikoshi actually write this into...
I don't know. I think
Oh.
it's. I think it might be, you know, intentional.
Well, I mean, of course you would. That's the way it works.
Oh,
I mean, I've never
I
heard
think
of anyone
maybe I
getting
skipped
soaking
this
wet
part
somewhere
actually.
Else.
That's
Maybe why I don't remember
that's
it.
true. You don't mind
oh,
Mind what?
Uchikoshi.
getting wet?
oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd probably, you know,
Oh,
like it.
oh,
Oh.
Gosh, Jumpy,
Oh.
you're so brave.
Really? I mean, I kind of think any guy would do the same thing, you know? What happens, happens, right? I mean, if you get the chance, you've just got to go for it. That's what a man is.
I swear, I love how some of the voice lines are quiet, like he leaned away from the microphone to say this shit.
You're so cool, Jumpy. I really admire you.
That doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you ought to admire someone for.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, over.
Yes, so
Okay,
Over?
That's,
okay,
yeah.
all right. Heaven,
Go to
heaven.
it feels kind of like you're floating in space, and your mind gets all fuzzy, like when you pass out. At least that's what I've heard from people who have experienced it.
Yes, I've heard that too. Although I don't think the same thing happens to guys.
What?
Huh?
But it would happen to men too, wouldn't it? It would happen to
This is still
anyone.
going, huh?
Once it gets into
Yeah.
your body, the same thing happens to everyone.
I hate this.
Well, I mean, usually it doesn't coincide, man. I mean, generally.
Yes, it does.
Gay sex.
Well, eventually it will. It's not like you really have a choice.
Oh,
do to
nope.
me?
Nothing. I'm just
No.
saying that
Oh,
Had he misunderstood?
Oi.
The thought terrified him. June seems to be entirely oblivious to Junpei's bout to
I
confusion and
know
terror.
most men probably have larger lungs, but even then, I don't think you could hold your breath for 20 or even 10 minutes. Eventually, you'd have to breathe, and then the water would get into your lungs. Once that happens, your body won't be able to get oxygen anymore. And you'll start to feel that floaty feeling.
All right, we made it through, guys. We made it through.
Huh.
oh.
Are we talking about the same thing? Alright.
Finally,
Settle down, you
Junpei
two.
understood. He understood what June was trying to say and why she was so scared.
Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't last very long.
See?
Wow. She was afraid that the elevator button pointed down. He was never the same after Science Boy. Yeah. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators A or B deck near the central staircase.
Good Christ.
All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to lower decks. Star Trek.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater.
Yeah.
An elevator
shit.
heading to a submerged floor. That is
yeah.
pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute.
Why do you
This
think she
elevator
was
came up
afraid
from
of getting
somewhere
wet?
under us,
Yeah, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did.
I mean, why
did...
why did she say that? Like, why did she say getting wet and not like, aren't you afraid of drowning? Like a normal person?
There was a motor noise,
I
like
don't
it was
know.
moving, and then it opened.
I don't know what Uchikoshi's on, man.
Get wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
take
that
a
word's
look
too
inside.
scary.
Junpei
She doesn't
jerked
want to
his
say drowning.
Junpei jerked his gherkin toward the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, like sex.
Oh, you're right. They are.
She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
Well, let's test it.
Test it.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
Push. Jumpy learned push E. He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door
Learned how
slid
to
shut.
say push E.
Yep, exactly. And they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
Comes back up and just a bunch of fucking water comes out. Oh. Okay.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen.
The water stood still. It's like I'm pranking them.
See?
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Good question.
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured.
Well,
Sure.
we have no way of knowing if there's air down there.
Here, let me show you.
He pulled out his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration. Good.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check
Yeah,
it out.
dive wimpy
Stay
kid.
here, all right?
But
Come on, just do it, all right?
Junpei was the wimpy kid all along.
Junpei Heffley. He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped onto the elevator.
I never read Diary of a
That was
Wimpy
his
Kid.
last name. He pushed the E button and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision when suddenly...
I'm coming with you.
Huh?
The last possible moment,
No.
June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Hey, wait!
Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late.
Oh, crap, it closed!
The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator, alone, a man and a woman. It was headed down
With a
to the
boy.
E deck with a boy. He was so surprised by June that he didn't have time to even think about what awaited him on the E deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, jeez. The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
Looks normal.
No fish going about their fishy business or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
She got that weird girl swag. June looked around nervously, then... Whoa! Exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
Junpei thought about it for a moment.
Well, we'd probably get really wet up there.
Huh?
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can.
Come on.
Anyways.
Come on.
Lotus and
Enough
Santa
of
might
that.
already be back.
Okay,
We've had
good
enough.
idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they'd found themselves in. First thing you noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
Iron bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Then maybe...
In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening.
Well,
He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
it looks like there's a long straight hallway
Sex.
down this way.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Let's check.
Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. Yeah, that was really necessary. Before long, they found themselves in the front of a door. On it was a number written in bright red paint. 6.
I knew it!
It's 9 upside down.
This is a numbered door.
Ooh.
Indeed, there was a red bolted to the wall right next to the door.
But we can't do anything with only the two of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and headed back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall.
Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me.
Okay.
Huh, so you guys found door 1.
They'd met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck, beyond the door that the Earth Key opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the
So
door.
now we've located 2 new doors. The 6 door and the 1 door.
You know, it is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Yeah, even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
2?
2.
$2?
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
More or less.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
That thought made them go quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing. Oops.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
June looked up at Junpei with large, pleading eyes.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Yes. Yeah, math.
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went.
All right.
The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
Oh, hey. It was 7.
7?
Hey, dude.
Uh-oh. Ace was right behind
going
him.
on?
And Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. Seven had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at Seven.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
Seven was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling and his voice was strained.
Snake was...
Uh-oh.
Snake is...
Seven couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by... Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke.
Snake is dead. He died, just as the ninth man did.
Snake.
Snake! Exclamation point.
Ring.
It was as if... No!
I didn't mean to make it sound like that.
I know you didn't. Burp, burp. Burp, burp, burp.
Yes.
No, it's a repeat. It was as if the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken. He realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. All three were frozen in place. Their face was white.
Oh, not yet.
No, not yet.
True, is it?
No, they're making it up for funny, June.
We should make sure.
No. Just believe them.
Yeah, right. We should.
They just open the door and Snake's like, gotcha.
Got him. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door.
Wait, not that way.
What? Why not?
They stopped short and turned to look at Seven. He was pointing at the door with no number.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Where is he?
The shower room, on the left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we
Just
can
like you
get
did
in
the other
without
time.
going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
Their new destination cleared, Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left wall.
This wasn't open when we passed here before.
But now, just as Seven had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open.
Well, let's keep going.
They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Like a dead body! Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. And my alarm went off. Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. A hideous smell filled the air, so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. Wow. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance to his stomach. He put... Oh, whoa. The game locked up. That was weird. He put his hands over his mouth and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
Where is he? Where's Snake?
Well,
They didn't have to wonder where the body was.
There.
There was blood everywhere, a few arms of the splatter reaching towards them as they walked through the door. All one had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
June, you should stay here.
But
Please, just do me a favor, okay? All right?
Yeah,
I
women
want to see
can't.
the body.
Women can't stomach this kind of stuff. He didn't give her the chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder and, as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole, turned and walked towards the end of the divider.
God.
I'm going in.
Why? Why do they need to? Why couldn't they have just taken their word for it? It felt like it took an eternity for it to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually, they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. Junpei put his hands on the divider and peered around the corner. Oh, it's a dead body! For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in this instant that it would take the image before him to the grave. Blood. What was left of the body sat in the sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body, yada yada yada, Great Red Sea, vast ragged hole, blah blah blah, bomb, bomb, bomb. Smaller chunks of meat splattered on them, blah blah blah, yeah.
Just like he said.
Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his
Just
own.
like the ninth man. The detonator in his bracelet.
Wait, there's a dead body? Why didn't you say anything? Yeah, exactly, Juno. Like, why didn't they take their word for it? Like, why would they make that up? It looked as though the explosion had been quite
Oh
powerful.
god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
Oh, this is the same.
Cool.
This is the exact same stuff we said before.
Definitely an open fracture.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, this is the same stuff that when we did the bad route.
Right.
Face. It's horrible.
Yeah, can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head was simply collapsed. The blood coating made him a raw pizza? What? Hold on. Made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. You can tell Uchikoshi at this point was like, I don't know. Fuck it. It looks like a pizza. I don't know.
You ever see pizza? Shit's gross, right?
Uchikoshi's just like, whatever. It looks like a pizza. Fuck you. It's like, I ran out of metaphors. It looks like a pizza.
It looks like tomato sauce. What has tomato sauce? A pizza.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
Well, it's his clothes. Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained. Junpei heard it catch in her throat. I mean, it's like weird that like he just died and that's it. So I don't think that's actually him.
Oh.
The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. What? They can't do that. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make.
Your teeth can't curl?
No. How many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover, in the same sprite she's been in.
With her tiny, tiny hands.
With her tiny, gross hands. She sat on the edge of her bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. It's like What's-Her-Face from Your Turn to Die. With her... Remember one of the dummies had like a really small...
Oh.
Pink-haired girl.
Fuck.
She had like toothpick legs.
Yeah, I know.
Her
Names
eyes
are
were
escaping me. I know who you're talking about, though.
I think it's like CH something like that. I don't know. Her eyes were blank, stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces.
Snake was probably murdered.
Snake.
Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was.
Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each of one of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
Hinako.
First, the killers got Snake to
Oh,
authenticate
Hinako.
the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it. Alone. And waited 9 seconds for the door to shut.
Have we?
Once that door shut,
He'd
it's all
explained
over
this
for
before.
Snake.
Okay.
But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but
Oh.
he probably ran into the shower room looking for the
Well,
dead.
if they show these scenes, maybe he is dead. I don't
It was
know.
a small chance, but it wasn't.
You think?
Unfortunately, it didn't work.
It just seems
And
like
they
kind of
raised
like a
Snake,
fucked up.
and then
I mean, this game is
See,
fucked up,
you need
but
at
like,
least 3. It wouldn't open.
Yeah.
yeah. That means we're
Yeah.
looking at multiple
Yeah.
groups here.
yeah. What's the flowchart looking like? Oh man.
Mm,
All right, so
Boy.
we did take the direct route then.
mhm.
Okay, I see. I see. Say more. Junpei crossed his arms and grunted.
Well, just in case.